Thank you for joining us for the Barbados Today afternoon news for Thursday, February 1st. I am Mary Claire Williams. The former governor of the Barbados Central Bank, Dr. DeLisle Worrell, says Caribbean countries have been too slow in taking advantage of the benefits of the renewable energy sector. Dr. Worrell was delivering the inaugural Confucius lecture at the UWI Cave Hill campus last night. He said until recently, the region lacked the technologies to make practical use of free solar energy. However, they are now available and affordable, but the Caribbean is not making full use of the resources.
The transformative potential of renewable energy for Caribbean economies cannot be overestimated. If the Caribbean had no need to import fossil fuels, the foreign exchange saved could be used to invest in additional capacity to produce goods and services and grow our economies. Since we do produce some fossil fuels in the region, this output could be exported, adding to foreign earnings and growth potential. What is more, these additional resources of foreign exchange would be available each and every year. The growth rate of every country would rise to a higher level permanently. Growth rates of the order of 5% or more might become the norm. However, progress towards this goal will take place rapidly only if governments in the region catch the vision and develop strategies which provide incentives in the right direction.
Dr. Worrell added that China has played a pivotal role in creating the potential for the Caribbean and other countries to switch from fossil fuels to renewable sources of power.
Caribbean governments can take advantage by instituting appropriate policies and incentives for the transformation entirely without reference to China. China has provided the world with a huge external economy in economic terms, and it is up to Caribbean leaders to take advantage.
The head of the Barbados Private Sector Association, Charles Herbert, says yesterday's report by the Central Bank Governor Cleviston Haynes came as no real surprise. He acknowledged that tourism improvements were expected, as well as stability in other traded sectors. But Herbert insisted that the principal problem facing Barbados is not a deterioration in economic activity, but one created by public finances. Despite a dramatic decline over the last 9 months, government remains reliant on central bank funding, with the governor highlighting yesterday the need for government to make a bigger effort to stem its expenditure and improve tax collection systems. In a statement issued yesterday evening, Herbert says he supported the call for further consolidation and added that developments in those areas should be underpinned by speedy implementation of investment projects. Opposition parties have also been having their say on the report. Opposition leader Mia Mottley says it is the latest indication that the country is not well, and the political leader of Solutions Barbados, Grenville Phillips, warns that the governor's review is suggesting that Barbados is on the brink of economic ruin.
He is letting us be aware that we can expect some severe austerity with the cover. The import cover, 6.6 weeks on a downward trajectory. We have the debt to GDP rising. Yes, we have a slight improvement of the deficit. We'll see how long that lasts. But what we are steering, even as IMF noted, we are sort of on the brink, basically the brink of economic ruin.
The Rotary Club of Barbados has raised over $250,000 in aid of Caribbean countries devastated by hurricanes last year. President of the Rotary Club of Barbados South made the disclosure last night in his report on the contributions of the organizations through fundraising. He was addressing the South Chapter's 33rd Charter Night and Vocational Service Awards ceremony at Accra Beach Resort.
During this Rotary year, Rotary clubs in Barbados have again had to help our Caribbean neighbors, especially Dominica, Anguilla, and Barbuda, as a result of the hurricane devastation caused by Hurricanes Irma and Maria. The Rotary Club of Barbados South, together with Rotary clubs in Barbados, sprang into action and collected funds to help these island nations. A radiothon was held at the Starcom radio station, and monies collected at selected locations around Barbados. In total, we have collected $205,000 Barbados dollars during the appeal, and this money will now be deployed to assist with the rebuilding efforts. In addition, Rotary Club of Barbados South, in association with the Accra Beach Hotel and Spa, also held a fundraising dinner especially for the Dominican appeal, and raised a sum of $55,135 Barbados dollars.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. The head of the private sector organization of Jamaica says rising crime is hindering production. And Dennis Chung says the private sector will play a more active role in fighting criminal activity. We get more in this report from TVJ News.
More than $80 billion. That's how much the country loses in GDP per year as a result of the high rising crime rate. This, according to financial analyst Dennis Chung, is not only a negative perception of the country, but a hindrance to the country's production.
People can't go to work in terms of the shift hours that they want. People are fearful about going out. I mean, I know personally, I talk when I go to Montego Bay, I'm afraid, the Kingstonian.
He highlights that crime in Jamaica has placed a burden of providing adequate security systems on the business community. He believes that getting crime under control will allow for more growth in business and possibly better wages for some employees.
If we did not have that cost, you'd be looking at higher profits. You'd be looking at companies being a lot more efficient. You'd be looking at more money for employees also. So it is a significant cost.
Conceding that the PSOJ does not have a crime-fighting plan, Mr. Chung has declared that those who have been elected to ensure the country's security will be held accountable. Nevertheless, he says a Public Safety and Order Summit will be introduced by the PSOJ on February 16 and 17, which will involve both the government and the opposition.
And on the international scene, the third-ranking official of the U.S. State Department, Tom Shannon, is stepping down from his post. He is the latest senior diplomat to leave since President Donald Trump took office last year. Shannon is the Undersecretary of State for Political Affairs and is a top career diplomat who has been a fixture among the country's diplomatic ranks. He has more than 34 years of service. He served under 6 presidents and 10 secretaries of state. In a letter to department staff, Shannon cited personal reasons for resigning. A State Department spokeswoman says Shannon agreed to the Secretary of State Rex Tillerson's request to stay on until his successor is named. That's news this afternoon. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM. I am Marie Claire Williams. Good afternoon.